On a warm afternoon, in a small village in Ghana, the sound of celebration filled the air. Inside a modest clay-walled home, lined with woven mats, a baby's first cry rang out. Chloe had been born. Her skin was soft and glowing, her tiny fists waving gently in the air. Her mother, tired but smiling, held her close, while the women around the room clapped their hands and ululated in joy. Outside, men beat drums and children danced in the dust, the golden sun bathing the village in warmth. For that moment, there was only happiness, laughter, and the promise of a bright future for the little girl. But joy can turn to sorrow in the blink of an eye. Not long after Chloe's birth, her mother grew weak. Her breathing became shallow, her strength fading with each passing hour. The midwives tried to help, fanning her and giving her water, but it was no use. Her father knelt by the bedside, holding her hand tightly, his eyes filled with fear. Outside, the drums had stopped. The laughter was gone. And in that small room, with the smell of herbs and sweat in the air, Chloe's mother took her last breath. The newborn still lay on her chest, wrapped in a soft cloth, unaware that the heart beneath her had fallen silent forever. A year later, life in the village had found its rhythm again. But the men were preparing for something dangerous. A great hunt. Chloe's father, a tall, strong man with a confident stride, led the group. The sun had barely risen, casting long shadows over the red earth. Spears glinted in their hands, and the smell of dust and wild grass filled the air. The women and children stood by, watching them disappear into the bush. Chloe, still a baby in her auntie's arms, giggled, unaware that her father's journey into the wilderness would be his last. Deep in the heart of the bush, the hunters moved silently, their eyes scanning for tracks. Chloe's father walked ahead, his spear steady in his grip. Then, a sudden rustle in the tall grass. A low, rumbling growl rolled through the air. From the shadows, a massive lion leapt, muscles rippling, teeth bared. Time seemed to slow. The hunters shouted warnings, but the beast was already midair, pouncing straight at him. He raised his spear, courage burning in his eyes, and in that instant, the fate of the village's bravest man was sealed. The village square was filled with mourners dressed in deep shades of black and red. Drums beat slowly, their echoes heavy with grief. Chloe, barely a year old, was cradled in the arms of her aunt.